Hey, what is going on, guys? My name's Long Sensation, and today what I've got for you guys is a new series coming to my channel called Best Perk Setups. Now, I was actually thinking of doing a series called Best Class Setups. However, at the moment, we're not sure which is going to be the best assault rifle, the best SMG, the best shotgun, etc. But we do actually know what all the perks are going to be doing in Call of Duty Go. So from that, we can do a mini series. Once we get more information on weapons and stuff like that, I will then do another series called Best Class Setups. But what this series is going to be, it's going to be covering all aspects of Call of Duty Ghost multiplayer, such as, objective players, rushing, search and destroy, individual game modes and stuff like that. And each individual video will have 3 different perk combinations for veteran players, experienced players, and noob players. So first of all, we're going to be doing the veteran players. This is going to be for people that enjoy playing Search and Destroy and play it on a really, really regular basis. So first of all, we're going to sacrifice our lethal. If you don't know, in Call of Duty Ghost multiplayer, you will be able to sacrifice your lethal grenade, your tactical grenade, and your secondary weapon, which will give you 1 additional point each towards your perk setup, which can give you up to 11 perks overall. So this will take our perk points to 0 out of 9. And first of all, we're going to equip a new perk coming to Call of Duty Ghosts called Takedown. Now, what this perk is, it's kind of a really, really good perk, and I think it's going to be really essential in playing Search and Destroy. What this does is once you kill an enemy, all the enemies on the opposing team will not actually be able to see the skull that appears above the death. So, if you're in a 3v1 situation, for example, and you've got a silencer on your weapon and you get a kill, then the teammates of the person that you killed will not be able to locate where you are, especially if you have a silencer and you've got this perk equipped. So it's going to be impossible for them to know where you are, which obviously gives you a huge advantage. For this class as well, guys, I would advise using an assault rifle and equipped in a secondary weapon for close quarters combat. Now, the second perk is that I've actually decided to choose is awareness. Awareness is going to cost 2 points. What this does is makes the enemy's footsteps load, a really, really essential perk in Search and Destroy. The third perk will be toughness. What this does is reduces your flinch when actually shot. So, if you've got an assault rifle with a silencer, which has got, naturally a really, really low kick, once you're actually getting shot at, then this is not going to be affected. You're going to have the upper hand on your enemy, which is obviously a huge, huge advantage. Now, the fourth perk is going to be Dead Silence. Dead Silence is a really essential perk for, really professional Search and Destroy players, and I definitely would advise it. What this does is minimizes or completely removes your individual footsteps, so the enemies won't be able to sound whore you or anything like that. Now, the fifth perk is going to be a really cool perk coming to Call of Duty Ghosts called Ping. Now, we've never really seen this before, and this is going to add a whole new dynamic to Search and Destroy players. What this perk does is that once you actually kill an enemy, then in a certain facility, it's going to flash on your radar, and you're going to be able to see any other enemies that appear within that certain radius, which obviously adds a huge advantage to you if you're in a 3v1 situation. For example, once again, you get a kill. If there's another enemy within that immediate facility, then it's going to flash on your radar. You're going to be able to prepare for that gunfight and, just overall get some nice clean kills. Now, the second perk combination is going to be for experienced players. Now, what I actually decided to do is kind of primarily base this on team base. So, if you've got a whole team running this perk combination setup, you're definitely going to have a huge advantage and overall, continue to win your games, which obviously is a really, really good thing. Now, the first perk is going to be Takedown. Once again, enemies can't locate where their teammate died because of the skull is actually removed. The second perk is going to be Dead Silence, meaning that basically if you have a full team running this perk setup, then the enemy's awareness will be completely kind of pointless, which is going to be a huge advantage for your team. The third perk is going to be Awareness, which is going to cost 2 points once again, of course making the enemy's footsteps much louder so you can actually hear where they're coming from, and of course giving shoutouts to your team, stuff like that, get some really, really nice kills. The fourth perk is going to be Quick Draw, which is going to cost 1 point. Now, I decided to use this because if you're using an SMG, for example, and you're working as a team, this is going to add a huge advantage because you're going to have the upper hand on your enemies because, you've got a really, really faster aim down sight time. Now, the fifth perk is going to be Recon, which is going to cost 1 point, and this is going to be personally one of my favourite perks to use in Search and Destroy. I actually used this in Modern Warfare 3. It's considered kind of a scumbag perk within the Call of Duty community for Search and Destroy players, but it does get the job done and you do manage to get the win. What this perk does is it locates the enemies on your minimap for, I believe, 6 seconds by giving them a hit marker. For example, if you shoot them and you miss, or you get a hit marker on them, for example, but they don't actually die, then they will be marked on your minimap for 6 seconds. Or if you chuck a flashbang and it flashes near them, they get hit marked, then of course, then it will be on the enemy, your radar once again, And of course, if you get a grenade and it doesn't actually kill them but gives a hit marker, then they'll be on your minimap as well. This gives you huge advantage for your team. You're going to be able to do some rush rate stuff like that, flank the enemy and get some nice clean kills. Now, the sixth perk is going to be Sit Rep, which is going to give you, which is going to cost 2 points. And what this does, it locates enemy equipment such as portable radars, which is a really, really big equipment used in Search and Destroy for, Infinity Ward games. So, if you can locate them, take them out straight away, that's going to give you a huge advantage. And the seventh perk is going to be an extra tactical, which will be, of course, a flashbang. I decided to sacrifice the secondary and the lethal for this perk combination because, you're going to get 10 points overall, and it's just going to add a huge dynamic element to your team. You're going to be able to get nice, clean kills. Once you're running in the map, you're going to be able to chuck a flashbang straight away to kind of see if there's any enemies in the kind of immediate facility. If not, you get in a tricky situation, it's 2v1 or something like that, and you want to check a room, you want to check around the corner, chuck that flashbang and you're going to be able to know if people are there. Now, for the third perk combination, which is going to be for noob players that are not really used to playing Search and Destroy, I decided to keep it really, really basic as possible, and I do recommend that you use a submachine gun for this class setup with a really, really high fire rate. Now, this means this perk combination actually meant I needed to sacrifice a secondary weapon to give me 9 points overall. So the first perk will be Awareness, which is going to cost 2 points. Once again, makes the enemy's footsteps louder. Practice your sound whoring and stuff like that, then you can advance and get really, really good at Search and Destroy. Sound whoring is, a really, really big thing if you want to get good at Search and Destroy. Now, the second perk, Takedown, once again, it's going to be a really, really useful perk. And I believe, stuff like Awareness, Takedown, and Dead Silence are going to be the three main perks to use. Now, the third perk is going to be Recon. Once again, marks the enemies even if you die whilst in a gunfight and you've got high fire rate weapon. The chances are you're going to get hit marker on them, meaning that your teammate will know where they are and hopefully pick up that kill for you. Now, the fourth perk will be Toughness. Just giving you that advantage in a gunfight. If you're not really used to playing Search and Destroy, the gunfights are kind of the main priority. You've got the objective and stuff like that, but quite often you'll come into one-to-one combat battles, and if you've got Toughness, you're going to have that advantage over your enemies. Now, Quick Draw is also going to be the fifth perk, which is a really, really good perk and kind of underused in Search and Destroy, in my opinion. What this does makes your aim down sights faster. If you're running around a corner, which happens to me quite often, I usually collide with an enemy, and it's kind of a race to kind of jump back, aim down sights and shoot or something like that. So that is definitely going to be a really, really useful perk. Now, the sixth perk is going to be Off the Grid, which is going to cost 2 points and act as Assassin from Modern Warfare 3 or Ghost from Black Ops or something like that. Now, this just basically removes you from the enemy radar if they put a SATCOM down, which is the equivalent to a UAV. I strongly believe, if you're not that good of a player in Search and Destroy, definitely use this because the chances are the enemy team, at least one person will be able to get a UAV on you. So, this obviously gives you a huge advantage. Now, that's pretty much it for this class setup video, guys. I know it's really, really long, but you know, it's really cool to get all these class perk combinations out there. If you guys have got any ideas for any future episodes, put it in the comment section below, and also put in the comment section below if you've got any perk combinations in mind. I'll put in the description a link to kind of what all the perks do and stuff like that, so you guys can put it in the comment section below. But anyway, guys, I've been Long Sensation. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys later. Peace!